Rodgers to throw on second down. Surveying the field. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at cornerback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. On play action, it's Rodgers. Backing up. Look at the time. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
8 yards still remaining here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, the Packers hand things over to Jake Shum to punt it. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. One receiver left, 3 to the right. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down. 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Come on, let's go!
They go to Elliott again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They go play action here on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Prescott from the gun. Out left side here to Bryant. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Albeit in a losing effort, Dez was good against the Packers. 9 catches, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns as well.
I think it served as a reminder about who Dez Bryant really is as a player because his numbers were down from the season. Remember, he had some injury issues, adjusted to Dak Prescott, the way the offense shifted to revolve around Ezekiel Elliott. But when they needed to ring that bell, when it was time to throw the ball towards the end zone, Dez Bryant was there. Some of the strongest hands in the league.
First down, a run with McFadden. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Come on, let's go!
Running again, and again it's McFadden. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
319! 319!
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Packers a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Rodgers now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. Let's take a quick pivot here, and I want to ask you about the Kansas City game against Pittsburgh. I certainly didn't see 6 field goals winning that. No touchdowns for the Steelers. That was an interesting affair.
It really was, and while Pittsburgh never got into the end zone, found a way to win it with 6 field goals, Kansas City did get into the end zone, but not at the times that they flat out needed to. So both of these teams were exhibiting that bend but don't break mentality on defense. And Pittsburgh, with the help of a holding call on a 2-point conversion, tied the ball game for Kansas City, took that off the board. Pittsburgh able to escape and head to an AFC Championship game showdown with New England.
And you had a very good, succinct quote to me. You said 6 field goals will not beat New England.
Not a chance in heck. Just 6 field goals beat New England. They've got to find a way to turn those into touchdowns.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. He's got his target. It's Cobb. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 21 that time. And now every time I see Jared Cook catch a ball, what am I thinking of? The catch. The catch against Dallas. And look, Green Bay's had a lot of incredible catches and plays over the years. That one will be forever etched in the minds of Packers Nation.
And he's not a rookie. He's been in the league for a little while. But is that his coming out party or what? Because the whole league, fans know who he is now, and what a play he made to help Green Bay move on to the NFC Championship game.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Rodgers will try again on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And Crosby puts it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. And that field goal right there should probably feel pretty easy and not much pressure for Mason Crosby given the 2 kicks he had to beat Dallas.
Look, when you talk about Mason Crosby and you go back in his career, remember he kicked at the University of Colorado, which meant he was kicking at altitude in his home games, which added an extra you-know-what to his field goal range. I did one of his college games, and late in the game, the team that they were playing against scored and went ahead. And I said, don't kick it short and give Mason Crosby a chance. He ended up kicking a 47-yard field goal to win it. That would have been good at 67.
Yeah, the 2 field goals over 50 yards. First time that he's ever hit 2 50-plus yarders. He picked a good time to do it. Bryant, the lone receiver left. A first down throw for Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, Charles, divisional round of the playoffs didn't disappoint. In particular, the ending of that Packers game and Cowboys, that was spectacular, was it not?
It was. It was like 2 heavyweights trading blows down the stretch, and neither one of them giving any type of an inch. But I think a lot of people wanted to discuss how Dallas got the tying field goal, because remember, they spiked the ball on first down, ran 2 more plays, and then kicked the tying field goal and left 35 seconds on the clock. So I've heard a lot of people upset about that. Here's where I stand very quickly. 35 seconds is not a lot of time. Kick the tying field goal, take the points, and hope that your defense can hold up. Aaron Rodgers just made some great plays.
He made the play. What a job to extend that, throw it to Cook, and what a catch by Cook.
Incredible catch, stayed in bounds, and how about the call by the official, Val Vernacci, on the scene, right on the spot, and made a decisive call that was correct. Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Wide open receiver complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
Let's go.
Prescott on first down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Well, distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carry that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there. He's able to bank this one in.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, let's roll the highlights. Cowboys opening drive. Prescott's on point with the throw, and he'll end up picking up 53 yards on the play. Later on the drive, Prescott's going to complete the pass into coverage, and he cap off the long drive with the TD. Cowboys up by a touchdown. Third down from the 25. Butler's able to get open here, and he ends up at their own 36-yard line before he stopped on the play. The offense would later throw a pick to him in the drive. So that's a wrap for us. We'll head back now to AT&T Stadium for the start of the second half.